And we are live. So where we kind of left off last time was that, and I want to spend a little bit more time. We put a sales page together inside of the sales page builder. We also took a look at putting a buy button on to a sales page. And so assuming that you understand kind of how that whole process worked, what I'd like to do tonight is I'd like to finish the process in just really looking at a funnel. Now we looked at the funnel in Warrior Plus, and we also looked at it in JVZoo. I think actually we looked at it in Warrior Plus, and what I think we'll do tonight is we will look at it in JVZoo. So once again, if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask. And other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to pull up JVZoo here, and what we'll do is I'm going to just kind of go in, and I'm going to go into an existing product here. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. The screen you're going to see is going to be the files that we are working with, the minimalist files. And I'm going to get JVZoo open in just a minute here. All right. Now, one of the things that we talked about the last time was we talked about the fact that you want to make sure that you're getting the buy buttons from the right place in the JVZoo universe, especially when you're creating a sales funnel. Now, one of the things I do want to go over here is it's a little bit advanced, but I kind of think it's kind of important when you understand what you're trying to do with PLR in particular. And it's not something that I would say it's not something that gets used a lot. I do want to show it to you though. I'm going to open this up. And one of the things you're going to notice here is that you have a pre-launch landing page. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is important for you to understand, especially in PLR. It's because what we really need to do with PLR is we need to pre-sell, right? Because we know that it's a possibility that somebody else is going to have seen the sales page, somebody else is going to have seen this offer before, and they may even be seeing the graphics. And really, depending on how much you're going to change it, you are going to want to do some pre-selling. And one of the best ways to do the pre-selling is actually to do a couple of things. First is to be able to do this landing page, right? This landing page. Now that's one way to be able to do it. And what happens is that after the launch time, right, the traffic can be sent automatically to the sales page, but you want to do the pre-selling here and collect leads if you can at the point of sale through your affiliate. So if you have affiliates promoting, what's going to happen is they're going to have they're going to click their affiliate link, their customer's going to click their affiliate link, and they're going to be sent to a landing page where you're going to collect the leads, right? And then you are then going to put them in an autoresponder and then make the sale. Okay, does that make sense? Does everybody get that? I know it's a little bit complex, but if you sort of get what I'm talking about here, please put the number 1 in the question box. If you don't get it, please put the number 2 there. Okay, so 1 so far, okay. Again, I mean, if I kind of blew through that too fast, put a 2 there, and I will try to explain that a little better. Right? And it's important to do these things and not just to put up the sales page as is, because if we don't, we miss the opportunity to do pre-selling. And I think that what is kind of important, and what I hear from people pretty much all the time, is that when you're sending people straight to a sales page and they don't buy right away, well, none of us do that, right? Most of us, if we buy information products, how do we buy them? We buy them as a result of a relationship we have with someone whose email list we're on. Now, you may not have that option when you are actually selling a PLR product, but one option you do have is the ability to pre-sell. And even if you don't have affiliates promoting, you can have these people sent to a landing page where you can opt them in, right? And so when they click the link, it actually goes to a landing page where you collect the lead. Right, now that's one way to do it. Now the next way I want to show you is going to be a little different, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to your product, right? You're going to go to your product, and you're gonna notice that you have an affiliate details page here, right? So you have this affiliate details page, and so what you're effectively going to do is you are then going to almost apply to your own affiliate link. So if I go here to approved products, you write in here, familypreneur, not familypreneur. Actually, no, it's right. It's actually right in here. Okay. When we go to this affiliate details page, okay, you are going to have the opportunity to actually give yourself, right, your own affiliate link. Now, most if not all of you probably should. If you don't, you should have some kind of second JVZoo account. Now, what that means is that you're probably going to have a second PayPal account, but you're going to need the second PayPal, you're going to need the second JVZoo account in order to do this. And I'm going to show you why it's important here in a minute. And I need to be able to show you at least one product that is approved that I know it is. Okay, so for example, this account is approved for a product that I have in another account. And everybody knows that. So you all know that I did Animation Jumpstart, right? So this product is approved for my account here, right? Even though that's not, it's technically not an affiliate, but it's approved for that affiliate. Now I'm going to need to go into my other account so that I can show you why that's important. So I'm gonna log out of this account, and then I'm going to log back into my JVZoo account from the other account so that I can show you sort of how to do this. So we're going to log out, and I'll log back in. And it's putting me through a CAPTCHA. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go now to look at my affiliates here. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to find that affiliate that's listed under LKH. Right, so that's the account that I was using. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to go in, and I guess I can show you any one of these products. It really doesn't matter which one. I can show you this one. And how many of you all see there what I have there. Maybe you all see the custom sales page. Okay, so if you see the custom sales page that I have here on screen, please put the number 2 in the question box. Okay, so here's what I'm doing here. Number 1, what I'm doing is I'm actually giving myself, through another account, 100% commissions. But that's not even the most important thing. The most important thing here is that I'm going to be using a custom sales page. And what that means is that when the person actually clicks that JVZoo link, they're going to be taken to a custom landing page. And every time somebody goes to that link, instead of going straight to the sales page, they're going to be sent to a custom sales page regardless of what the sales page is. What that means is that I have the ability to change that sales page for a particular account, and it allows me to send people to a page that allows me to pre-sell. Okay, and so this is a little thing, but it's something that will give you another option when you are using PLR in order to pre-sell your offer and then have the person buy from your custom landing page. Okay, so if you get that, please put the number 3 in the question box. Okay, so how many of you have used the custom landing page? So if you have already, if you are a user already of the custom landing page, do me a favor and use the number 4 in the question box. If you knew about it but you haven't used it yet, put the number 5 there. Right? So okay, okay, cool. So what you want to do, especially with PLR, is use this to your advantage. We need to be able to pre-sell these offers. And oftentimes, depending on how much customization you use, how many of the people that are coming to buy the offer from your list, use the custom sales page so that you can pre-sell. This is where you can personalize your pitch. So it doesn't matter where the sales video is, right? You want to be able to personally guide your person, warm them up for the offer. In fact, if you've done your pre-sale right on this custom page, then what happens is by the time they get to the sales page, they'll already be ready to buy. Does that make sense? So again, you can use these spots so that you can be the one to pre-sell the offer. Okay, so that's one thing I did want to show you kind of before we got into the offer. All right, now, okay, so one of the last things that we have to do, since we have already we've already done the sales page and we have worked with the opt-in page, I do want to work some with these graphics in particular. And in this case, we actually have the PSD files, right? So we're gonna work with these files just a little bit. I thought we did. Okay, here it's going to take a minute. Let me shut some things down here. Okay, now if you're going to make changes to your to the actual product, it's all going to happen mostly right here, right? So if you're really going to truly rebrand, all the other things that we have done during this hands-on session, these are things that you primarily can do. But typically, if there's going to be a problem per se, it's gonna happen here if someone's not going to want to, let's say, pre-sell their offer. And so some of this depends on what the vendor gives you, right? Is everybody clear on that? So every PLR vendor is going to be different in terms of the PSD files that they give you. Let me size these up. And so in some cases, you're going to have to work with what you have, right? And so in some cases, even if you get the PSD file, you may not be able to change the lettering or the wording, but there's still stuff that you can do. Okay, so of those of you here, how many of you would like to change the title of this particular product? Let's say that if you had it, you would change the title so that you could rebrand it. So if you would want to change the change the title, please put the number 6 in the question box. That would be something that you would want to do with this. Okay, so yeah, we'd want to change the title because we know that we're going to have other marketers out there. They're going to actually go with the title as is, right? We may even want to change the color. We may even want to change the branding. And if we do it, this is where we're actually going to change it. So one of the things we want to do is we want to see what it is that the vendor gave us. So let's take a look. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the box, right? So let's take a look at the box to see what it is that we can actually change. All right, so we're going to open this up in Photoshop right now. And you don't have to know a lot in Photoshop in order to do this, but we do want to know what it is that we can do. So we're going to take a look to see what we can change and what we can change simply. Okay, so now let's take a look. And let's see, we're gonna just resolve this. Okay, so what we have here is on this particular box, we have customizable graphics, right? So each one of these things we can actually go in and customize. So we can go in, we can change the title. Let's change this one to we say we're going to call this the minimalist life. And let's say we're going to call this the simple life. All right, so we can actually go in here and we can do the same thing here. Okay, so now we've got a new box that we can save. And we're going to call this new box. Now, in order to redo this, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put this inside of a Photoshop action. Right? How many of you are familiar with Photoshop actions? Okay, if you are familiar with Photoshop actions, please put the number 7 in the question box. You already know Photoshop actions. At least one of you do. I know that. I see you here, Jerry. I know you do. But how many of you are familiar with Photoshop Actions? If you are familiar, please put the number 7 in the question box, with the exception of Jerry. I know you are. Okay, so with a Photoshop action, this is actually how we're going to turn this box into something that we're actually going to use on our sales page. I mean, we can use the graphics as they are, but all we're going to do inside of Photoshop here is we're going to find the box graphic number 10. And the one that he has used is he's used the box graphic number 10. We're going to go in here, we're going to create it. Okay, so there we have our box graphic number 10. I'm going to make these layers invisible. And then we're going to put a new layer on there. And this is just as a as a point of information. How many of you would be interested in a PLR course that'll kind of give you some simple sort of how to work with Photoshop and PLR? How many of you all would be interested in a course like that? That's something you'd be interested in. Put an 8 now in the question box. But while we do that, I'm just going to go through this process. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select this. We're going to copy, and then we're going to paste. Right, so then we basically have our layer there, and then we are going to then just render the drawing. Okay, so there's our new drawing. We can take the and make it transparent. And now we can place this drawing. We're going to resave it. We're going to resize the image, maybe down to 500. And we're going to save it. And we're going to call this new maybe 500 by 500 box. And we're going to save this now as a PNG file. Okay, we can size this back up so we can see it. Okay, everybody understand what I just did? So if you understood that, please put the number 7 in the question box. If you understood that. Okay? All right, very good. So once again, if we're going to